Congratulations on qualifying for the Wisconsin High School Climbing League State Finals competition. This video will familiarize you with the rules and process of the competition. Competition process. Masks are required by all competitors, coaches, volunteers, and staff at all times. The state finals competition will be a 2-round on-site format competition. This means that competitors will have one attempt on each route and are not allowed to watch other competitors attempting the routes prior to climbing. The qualification round will consist of 3 routes for each category with no observation period. The final round will consist of 1 route for each category with an observation period. Competitors will enter an isolation area when they check in and be brought out one at a time to climb. Cell phones are not allowed in the isolation area. After finishing all their climbs, competitors will be asked to leave the facility. Competitors will not be allowed back into the isolation area and should bring all of their belongings with them when they are called to start climbing. Competitors will have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to climb each route, followed by a 30-second transition to the next route. After moving to the next route, climbers will have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to rest before climbing again. Climbing rules. Competitors may not receive any route information or coaching from competitors or coaches prior to or during an attempt. A competitor may receive some basic route information from the judge, such as start holds, finish holds, and route boundaries. A competitor's attempt on a route begins when they have successfully controlled the start position. Routes will have a start position marked by a tape box. To start a route, a competitor must have both hands inside of the tape box and establish control of the hold or holds by pulling entirely off the ground before moving to any other handhold. If there is more than one hold within the start box, a competitor may choose to use only one of the holds, but is still required to control the position with both hands. The entire surface of the climbing wall may be used to complete a route, except for bolt hangers, quick draws, and T-nut holes. If a competitor uses any of these, they will be called off the route and scored according to their position on the route at the time. Some areas of the climbing wall may be designated out of bounds. These areas will be marked using black tape. Competitors may not use holds or any part of the wall surface beyond a taped boundary. A competitor may flag outside of the tape without penalty as long as they do not use the wall or other holds. If a competitor crosses a boundary, they will be called off and scored according to their position on the route at the time. Routes will have a finish position also marked by a tape box. A competitor must control the hold inside of the finishing tape box to finish the route. Competitors are not required to match the finish hold. A competitor's attempt on a route ends when they successfully complete the climb, they fall, time expires, they cross the route boundary, or they use any other disallowed parts of the wall. Technical incidents. A technical incident is anything out of the control of a competitor that results in the disadvantage of the competitor. Only a competitor can claim a technical incident has occurred. Technical incidents may include a spinning hold, a broken hold, tape stuck to a shoe, open wounds. Some examples that are not technical incidents are a chalk bag that's not properly secured, a chalk bag that's not open, or shoes untied. If a technical incident occurs and results in a fall by the competitor, it is the competitor's responsibility to inform the route judge of the incident. The competitor will be moved to a separate isolation area while it is determined if an incident did in fact occur. If it is determined that an incident did occur, the competitor will be allowed another attempt on the route. If it is determined that an incident did not occur, the competitor will be scored for their highest controlled handhold. If a technical incident occurs and does not result in a fall, the competitor may choose to either continue climbing or stop the attempt and try again. If a competitor chooses to continue climbing, they have forfeited the ability to try the route again, unless a separate incident occurs later. If a competitor chooses to stop an attempt, they will be moved to a separate isolation area until they are permitted to try again and resume their round. Route judging. Judges are responsible for determining a competitor's score on a route. Judges will have a route map indicating which handholds on the route are scored and their associated value. Competitors will be scored on the highest scoring handhold that they control. Control of a handhold is demonstrated by a competitor's ability to achieve a stable position using the handhold, control the momentum of a climbing movement, use a hold for progress. Competitors are allowed to use all holds, but only receive credit for scored holds. For example, a competitor may try to use a foothold as a handhold, but only receives credit for their highest controlled handhold. A competitor is not required to use every hold on a route. For example, a competitor may choose to go from hold 6 to hold 9 without using 7 or 8. As long as they have controlled hold 9, they will be awarded 9 points. Some handholds may have 2-point values. To attain a higher score, a competitor must control the handhold with both hands simultaneously, or matching. Routes have a starting tape box, and the competitor must establish control of that hold or holds by pulling entirely off the ground before moving to any other handhold. If there is more than one hold within the start box, a competitor may choose to use only one of the holds, but is still required to control the position with both hands. Competitors are allowed to downclimb and will be given credit for their highest controlled handhold even if they fall below that hold. Routes have a finish position marked by a tape box. Competitors must control the hold inside of the tape box to finish the route. Competitors are not required to match this finish hold. Competitors receive the full score for a route when they control the finish hold. If a competitor claims that a technical incident has occurred on an attempt, take note of their position on the route at the time. When the competitor has returned to the ground, call over the head route setter to determine whether or not a technical has occurred. Thanks for watching this rules presentation, and good luck to all the competitors.